Hey everybody, it's your friend Jason Pound here answering the top questions asked by homebuyers in today's real estate market. Question we're tackling today: what is one of the top mistakes homebuyers make during the home buying process? The short answer is really simple, is they let their emotions get out of control. And when you're dealing with money, you want to be Spock, calm, cool, collected. People who are emotional often do not have good negotiations. However, as usual, let me over-explain. Knowing that I come from a banking and stock market background, I believe that the real estate industry works a lot like the stock market does. It operates off of fear and greed. So real quickly, let me give a stock analogy. The way fear comes into play is people are scared of taking a loss. So they see a good deal and they know that is a good deal, but they won't move. They won't execute. So they're fearful, but they're still greedy and they want to take it. So they'll watch that stock and they'll watch that stock. And then when it goes up like they expected, a certain amount, their greed kicks in and now they're not scared of losing. They're scared of missing out. So they go in and buy the stock. And then the stock goes up as expected, or it levels out or drops as unexpected. And then their fear kicks back in, the fear of losing out. So they hang on to the stock too long. It keeps dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. And had they sold up here, they would have made money. Now that they've actually lost money, mentally they think that they don't lose the money until they sell the stock. And that's true. But many times they hold it all the way down to the bottom and end up losing everything. In real estate, it's not as drastic, but the emotions are the same. Fear comes into play with buyers because they are scared of stepping into new territory and new responsibilities, and they're scared of making a bad decision. However, once they have emotionally committed to a transaction and they have started imagining themselves in that property, the greed kicks in and now they have fear of missing out and they get too emotional. And these emotions show up during the negotiations. And in a real estate transaction, you negotiate 3 times. One time at the offer price, a second time after inspections, and a third time after the appraisals. Well, after the initial negotiation over price, then it's time to negotiate after the inspection. And many folks get too emotional here and are not thinking logically. I've seen almost $1 million deals blow up over $1,000. Logically, that makes no sense. But you'll have people saying things like, it's the principle of the matter. Well, when it comes to real estate, buying the right house at the right price at the right time, it's not about the principle of the matter. It's about the math of the matter. And the math doesn't care about your emotions. Real quickly, here are 3 clues that buyers give to me as a listing agent. Jarek and I have a little different strategy than most realtors. We don't plant a sign in the front yard and pray that somebody sells the house. Instead, for the first 2 weeks, we conduct all of the showings. So at the majority of our showings, 2 realtors are there and 1 set of buyers is there. And it's not awkward at all because we're there to provide value, not pressure. But while we're there, and notice, even if you as a buyer are looking at a house that the listing realtor is not doing the showing, assume that you are being recorded, audio and video. Assume that whatever you say is not off the record, but it's going on the record. Many times the sellers of the house are watching their TV cameras intently to see if you like the house or don't like the house. So a couple clues. Number 1, it is really, really common. 99.9999% of the time, I know I'm going to get an offer when either the husband or the wife looks at the other spouse and says, I love it. And then they agree. And at some point, one of them is going to say, we love it. When somebody says, we love it, they're emotionally bonded to the property and we can negotiate more strictly with these folks. Number 2, ownership language. It is very common that one of the spouses, as they're walking around, is going to transition from this house has to, oh my goodness, We could put this there. We could do this. We could do that. We could take out that wall. We could repaint that bathroom. Once they start saying we can do this and we can do that, they have assumed emotional ownership of the house. And we know that that is an individual that we can probably have a better negotiation with. Finally, number 3, this is the big giveaway, the driveway hangout. Most showings are scheduled for 30 minutes to an hour. And depending on how fast of a looker you are, I can be done with a house in 10 minutes. I have some clients that take the full hour. But regardless, after they looked at the house top to bottom, back to front, all around, outside, if they really like it, a lot of times they're going to hang out in the driveway with their realtor, and they're going to lean against their cars, and they're going to look at the house, and they're going to talk about it. And they're going to talk about, is the price fair? Should they offer full price? Is there going to be competition? Do they need to offer more? And all of this is happening. This driveway hangout is often happening near a video or a microphone, and every single word is being heard. By letting your emotions get out of control, you are sending signals to the cameras, and the sellers are watching you. That's a top mistake that buyers are making right now. I see it all the time. My name is Jason Pound with Jericho Pound Realty Group. We service the entire Oklahoma City metro area with hyper-local expertise in South Oklahoma City, Moore, and Norman. If we can ever be of service, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to serve. In the meantime, peace out. Have a great life.